Good afternoon and welcome. On this, our first video, we would be looking at abuse. This will be um, broken down into quite a couple of videos. And when we speak of abuse, we will be exploring the different types that is affecting the population. As the picture suggests, we are trying to advocate and be the voice for abuse, where it would stop, where people would no longer be silent, where people can speak their truth, and God is love and not abuse, and justice for all. Okay, so let's get into it. We look at the introduction and the context. We would define abuse. We would look at the types. We would look at the signs and indicators and identifying abuse quiz. So first of all, we will be looking at the definition of abuse. And the following videos would be in this context. Then it would be the types, etc. So to define and the forms. So abuse is the improper usage or treatment of a thing or a person, often to unfairly or improperly gain or benefit. The forms abuse can come in many forms. They can come in physical or verbal maltreatment, injury, assault, violation, rape, unjust practices, crimes, or other types of aggression. There are 9 main types of abuse. The first one is physical abuse. The second is domestic violence or domestic abuse. Third, sexual abuse. Fourth, emotional abuse. Fifth, psychological or emotional abuse. It's called psychological abuse. Emotional is emotional abuse by itself. But then we have psychological abuse, but some people usually refer to psychological as emotional, which is one in the same basically. Financial or material abuse, modern day slavery. We have discriminatory abuse, organizational or institutional abuse, and self-neglect. Okay, so we will look at physical abuse. This form can be defined as any form. So any of these is categorized as physical abuse. So we have assault, hitting, any form of hitting, slapping in the face, punching, you fold your fists and you echo it in someone's face, kicking, hair pulling, biting. Then we have rough handling. Someone may take you, grab you by your shoulder, or grab you anywhere to your throat or anywhere, and then they slam you to the wall or slam you towards a particular object or something. Then we have scalding or burning. So someone may take like an iron and put it on your skin, or take something hot and put it on your skin, or throw hot water on you. That's a scalding or burning. Then we have physical punishment. Then there is inappropriate or unlawful use of restraint. Then the making someone purposefully uncomfortable. Example, opening a window and removing a blanket. Then there is involuntary isolation or confinement. You try to lock someone up, or lock them up maybe in a bedroom, put them in a box, or put cuffs on them and have them just confined in a space where they cannot be free to do whatever they want to do. Misuse of medication, like if you're trying to, this happens a lot when people are trying to maybe put people to sleep, like so you give them drugs so that they can fall asleep. Forcible feeding or withholding food. So if you try to force someone, force them to get fat, or if you're withholding food from them so that they will not eat. And the last one is unauthorized restraint or restricting movement. Example, tying someone to a chair. Okay. The next one is the signs and indicators. So no explanation for injuries or inconsistency with the account of what happened. Sometimes you may see someone with a black eye, and they may say, oh, I run into the wall, which, if someone run into the wall, it would not affect only their eye, or inconsistency with the account of what happened. So they can say that that's what happened, but from the evidence or from what you're seeing, that is not what happened. Injuries or inconsistent with the person's lifestyle. Okay, so you might hear somebody say, oh, I went hiking and I broke my hand. And you know that hiking doesn't really include them breaking their hand. Or that person don't even hike. So how could you go hiking that particular time and break your hand? Okay, bruising, cuts, welts, burns, or marks on the body, or loss of hair in clumps. So maybe someone might pull out their hair. You might see them have bruising or cuts, burns, or marks on the body. And that is also a sign. Frequent injuries. Yeah, they may something always happen. Oh, they might say they run in last week in the door, and you might see them next 2 weeks and it should be cleared up by then, but the next eye is black. And they say this time they run into the wall. Unexplained falls, again, they may have go to the hospital with a broken, part of them are broken. And they might say, okay, I fall down the stairs. And their injury is not consistent with falling down the stairs. Subdued or changed behavior in the presence of a particular person. So if you know your friend is usually very jovial or makes a certain type of jokes with you, but then when their partner is there, they are very quiet, or they're very quiet and to themselves. They're not the same person when you know them by themselves, okay, while they're by themselves. And signs of malnutrition or obesity. So signs of the person is very skinny or very fat. That again echoed off the point where they're even being overfed or underfed. Then the failure to seek medical treatment or frequent changes to general practitioner. So the failure to seek medical treatment, if something is wrong, they may need to seek medical treatment. for the injuries, but their abuser may not want them to go because they would have to explain it to the doctor. And when the doctor see that it does not, their injuries does not match with what they're saying, then the abuser may not want that. Or they might have to change their doctor because the doctor will say, no, you're coming too frequent with this type of it's always some part of you broken, is broken. So the abuser would not want that. So to prevent the doctor from catching on, then he might want them to either, he might want the abused person to either stay at home, which they would not want to seek medical treatment, or they may need to change their doctor. Okay. So in the next video, we would look at emotional abuse. We will stop here for this video. And we encourage you to, look at your own situation or somebody around you. And if you recognize that these things are common with them, we encourage you to try to get help in a safe space. Don't put yourself or the individual at risk. Only do so when it is safe. And I forgot to give a disclaimer at the beginning, but if we would be doing abuse in depth, and if this may trigger something for you, we ask that you not watch it. We ask that you always protect yourself. Don't put yourself in situations where you're not safe, especially when you're viewing content such as these. If you know that it's gonna upset your abuser, if you see it, try not to look at this content. If you know that it may trigger something in you, again, please try not to look at this content. And if you know someone is being abused, try to seek some form of help for them, but only do so when it is safe. If it is not safe, do not put yourself in harm's way. Okay? Only do so when it is safe, whether you try to seek help from the government in the form of social development ministries usually help. You can try in the form of a teacher if you're in school. You can do so in the form of the police, or a trusted family member or family friend. Okay, so try one of those only when it is safe, because a lot of things happen when the abuser realizes that you're trying to seek help. They become more enraged and do something to you. So only do so when it is safe. Until next time, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or night. And please remember to, in whatever you do so in safety. Okay? And again, thank you for tuning in. And we encourage you to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow our channel. Not subscribe, sorry. Follow our channel. And encourage someone, share this information with them, and when or if it is safe, you encourage them to seek help. Okay? Until next time, bye-bye.